Hey guys, what's going on? Luis here. In my last video regarding the Roku Streambar, I talked about how to get it set up and we did a couple of sound tests. But this time we're going to talk about how to get the most out of your Roku Streambar. Okay, so this applies only if you have an iOS device like an iPhone or an iPad. First, we're going to be setting up AirPlay. We're going to go to Settings, then scroll all the way down to Apple AirPlay and HomeKit. From here, we can turn AirPlay off and on. And under required code, I suggest that you set it to first time only. That way you don't need to type in a passcode every single time. So a great example of what you can do with AirPlay is to get on your Disney Plus app on your iPad, then start any TV show or movie. Tap on the screen and look for the rectangle behind a smaller triangle. When you hit that, you're going to find the Roku Streambar. Once you tap on that, AirPlay is going to turn on the Roku Streambar, and then the show is ready to stream. And what's great about this feature is that you don't even need to have the Disney Plus app on the Roku Streambar. As long as you have it on the iPad and you're logged in and that icon pops up, you'll be able to stream your TV shows or movies just like that. Now we're going to talk about the Roku app on iOS. So we're going to start off with the obvious, which is the remote. You tap on the remote and it controls your Roku like the handheld remote that comes with your Roku. And if you were to have more than one, here's where you would find the list of all the different Rokus connected to your network. With the Roku remote control, you would have to tap several times to reach whatever channel you wanted to use. But on the app, you can just scroll and tap. It's also much faster to remove a channel from your Roku Streambar using your iPad. Just hold on the channel and tap remove channel, as opposed to using the remote where you would have to press the options button, wait a few seconds, and then tap all the way up to where it says remove channel. One of my favorite features to use is the media browser, which allows you to browse any video or photo from your default Photos app. When you select the photo, it's going to show it off on your TV, and you can scroll and zoom in. There's even a slideshow, and you can add music to it. Don't forget to hit the settings button here so that you can mess with the slideshow a little bit more. You can also stream the videos from your Photos app by tapping the Videos tab and selecting a video. So now we're going to talk about what you can do with the YouTube app. It's pretty similar to AirPlay, but there's a few differences. When you use an app like YouTube, what you're actually doing is called screencasting, not using AirPlay. The way you can tell it's different is because of the icon. Here we have a Wi-Fi symbol in front of a rectangle. And the way this works is that you do need the YouTube app on the Roku. The good thing is that you can still use your regular iPad browsing experience and simply stream any video that's playing over to your TV. Let's use, for example, this new video from iJustine. So I'm going to pause that real quick, and I'm going to tap on the screencast button. Select Roku Streambar.
So my AirPods Max have arrived. I ordered the silver and the pink.
What's kind of cool though about the YouTube screencasting as opposed to the AirPlay, let's say you want to watch a different video as soon as the one on the TV finishes. You simply tap it and you can add it to the queue, and it's going to automatically continue playing the next video. And you can do this as many times as you want. Tap and add to queue. Or you can even tap and play instantly.
What's up everybody, Peter McKinnon here, welcome back to
So just remember that just because an app on your iPad doesn't have AirPlay compatibility, it doesn't mean that you're gonna have a bad experience. It's just gonna be different. And you need the app on the Roku Streambar. If you have Netflix or Spotify, then you are in luck because they both make it super easy to log in through your phone or tablet. So all you gotta do is just open up the Netflix app, start streaming any show, and look for the Streamcast button. From here, you're gonna tap Roku Streambar. Then your tablet is gonna ask you remote sign in. Do you want to sign in? Tap sign in. And that's it. You are signed into your Netflix on your Roku Streambar. Okay, so I'm currently signed out from a Spotify account on my Roku Streambar. Now I'm gonna open up Spotify on my tablet. Then I'm gonna look for this little icon. I'm gonna select Roku Streambar. And just like that, I'm already signed in. If you ever feel that you need to rewatch the tutorial that you saw at the beginning of the Roku setup, simply go to Roku Getting Started.
Streaming. Here's a quick tour of your new.
Also, if you want to do a quick test to see if your speakers are working okay, whether it be the speakers from the Roku Streambar or anything else you've connected to your system, simply go to Roku Cinematic Sound. If there's a channel that you really like to watch, but it's somewhere down in the bottom, you can press the option button, select move channel, and slide it all the way up or anywhere else you want so that you can have easier access to it. So there are 3 sound settings that you can change on your Roku Streambar. These are adjust your bass, the volume mode, and the speech clarity. The regular way to adjust your sound would be to go to settings, then to audio, and then move on from there. But the better way to change these audio settings is to simply tap on the options button on the remote control. And from here you would be able to change your bass settings, your automatic volume adjustment, or your speech clarity. Another minor feature that is not that big a deal, but is still kind of worth mentioning, is that the remote control does not actually need line of sight to control the Roku Streambar, which means that you can be browsing and watching all your TV shows or movies from the comfort of under a blanket, because you just don't need direct line of sight. The only time you do need direct line of sight is when you have your Roku remote control set up to turn off and on your TV. Now let's say you have a game console connected to your TV and you're done playing with it. Instead of going into your TV settings and changing the source over to the Roku Streambar, you can now press any button on the remote control to switch over to the Roku Streambar. To enable One Touch Play, you're going to go to Settings, System, Control Other Devices, and make sure that you tick the One Touch Play square so that it's on. There's also Guest Mode for those of you who rent out your house in Airbnb, or if you have a house sitter over. The way it works is that it logs you out of your current channels, and then it will download a group of channels that it thinks guests will most likely use. Under guest mode, you can choose what date and at what time you want all these channels to be logged out of. And also you can do this manually. So to get into guest mode, we're gonna go to Settings, System, and scroll down to Guest Mode. Once you enter guest mode, it's gonna ask you to enter your PIN that you used to set up your Roku. We also have Bandwidth Saver, which is kind of a sleep function. The way it works is that after 4 hours of you not pressing a button on your remote control, it's going to automatically stop streaming anything that was playing. If you want to turn this feature on, you're going to go to Settings, Network, then go down to Bandwidth Saver and turn it on. There's a couple of shortcuts that they offer you that I kind of find pretty useless, and these are to add channels or to turn the TV off. I don't think I'll ever be using these, and if you want to turn them off like me, go to Settings, Home Screen, Shortcuts, and make sure these check marks are off of the boxes. Also, to check how much life your batteries have left on the remote, you can go to Settings, Remotes and Devices, Remotes, Voice Remote, About, and there's your battery level right there. Another great feature you can use is private listening, which is great for families that have a baby. That way you don't wake them up and you can still enjoy your TV shows or your loud movies. So to hook up a pair of headphones to your Roku, you're going to go to Settings, Remotes and Devices. Then you're going to choose Pair Bluetooth Device. Put your device into pairing mode and your Roku is going to find it right here on the screen. There's a couple of other ways if you don't want to go through this process. You can also use the headphones that are already connected to your phone, whether they be wired headphones or Bluetooth headphones. Then go into your Roku app, hit remote, and then go into private listening mode. Finally, the voice remote is the best way to search for anything in your Roku because it's not only going to look for stuff that Roku offers, it's going to look for that show or video in other services like Netflix or Hulu. Arrested Development. If it's a TV show with several seasons, it's also going to show you which season is available in which network. If you don't ever see yourself buying movies or TV shows from the service of Fandango, then you can remove them from the menu. Once again, we're going to go to Settings, Home Screen, Featured Free. We're going to go to Hide, and then Movie Store and TV Store. We're going to go to Hide. The Roku channel is kind of pretty easy to gloss over, but I actually think it's pretty cool. Here we have several free movies and TV shows, but the movies are ad supported. So that's up to you if you want to deal with that. It's worth noting that there's actually live TV on the Roku channel. You can find it by looking for the purple live TV channel guide icon. And you're going to see that it's very similar to the Pluto app. You can select different channels by going up and down. And you can see a more broad view of all the channels available by hitting the left button. You can actually see what is going to come out and at what time and how long that episode or movie is going to last. The Roku Streambar also has a small LED on top of the Roku logo, which I think is pretty handy to let you know if your Roku is receiving a signal from your remote control. But if for some reason it bothers you, you can actually turn it off. You're going to go to Settings, System, Advanced System Settings, LED, then select Off. And finally, don't forget that you can disconnect your Roku soundbar, connect it back outdoors, and use it as a music speaker for if you have something like a party outdoors. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for today. I welcome all your comments and your questions, and thank you so much for watching.